Hi everyone. So here's a quote which I absolutely love, and it says, "Your biggest teacher was your last mistake." But here's the catch, that this mistake that you have to learn from does not always necessarily have to be yours. You can simply learn from another's mistake as well. Talking about mistakes, let's begin with a very hypothetical situation that I would like to give you. Imagine there is a father and he has a son. The father here is continuously trying to teach his son something very important. The boy is having some kind of addiction or some kind of bad tendencies which is harmful for him as well and for the whole family. So the father is continuously making immense efforts to make his own son understand the consequences or the repercussions of the actions or the addictions or the bad tendencies that the son is having. And in the middle of this situation, you enter. You are the friend of this son, this boy. You came and continuously tried to support your friend here. And technically, you're right, because this person is your friend, so you should obviously take your friend's side. You started defending your friend blindly in front of his own father, who is trying to make the son understand a very few crucial lessons of his life. So now this is the father and this is the son, and you are standing here continuously coming in between. Mark my words, in between the lessons that the father is trying to teach his own son. You, being the friend of this son, is continuously defending yourself that this person is my friend. I love my friend so much. Why would I not defend my friend? So technically, you are correct in your perspective and in your friend's perspective. Now think about the father's perspective. Now, as you have entered the situation, what are you doing according to the father? Just think about that for a second. For the father, you are the obstacle, you are the hindrance, you are something very unnecessary that should not be here at all. The father here is elder than you and he is trying to make things right. Okay, now are you able to imagine what will happen next? No? Let me help you. Now what the father will do, he will, keep his own son aside for a while and he will catch you and slap you two times. Here in this situation, you will be the one who will be bitten first. You will be bitten and then the son will be dealt with. So the point here in the story I was trying to make was, see, every person born on this planet has to learn some few important life lessons. These may be spiritual lessons or these may be the karmic lessons. The supreme power, you may call him God, you may call him universe, you may call him your own higher consciousness. I do not care about that. Here I'm just talking to people who acknowledge the presence of something supreme than their own consciousness. Right. God sometimes want to make us human beings understand a very few painful but important life lessons. Now these may be karmic lessons or these may be spiritual lessons. These can be anything. But the thing is, if God is trying to make any person learn the lessons, if God is putting any XYZ person in a difficult situation, then you, being the lover of this person, the defender of this person or the friend of this person, you can defend this person, but you just make sure not to go against God just to save your own friend. This was one of the most devastating mistakes that I have ever made. It is very dangerous to come between God and the person. I would never ever come between God and any person. If God is trying to make anybody understand the life lesson, I will never come in between. This is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. So how I'm so sure about this is, I have a story actually. So there was a friend of mine whom I deeply cared about, and there was certain kind of situations that were continuously arising in their life, like continuously. There was not a single full stop or an end to that particular problem. So at that time I was not that aware spiritually or mentally that the universe is trying to teach this person something and the person is not learning their lessons. Because see, things repeat themselves unless and until you try to take the lessons that these patterns are trying to make you understand. And by defending that friend of mine at that time, I thought that I'm helping that person, I'm trying to help that person in relieving their pain, I'm just alleviating their problems. This was the thing that I was thinking in my mind, but the universe at that time saw me as the obstacle, because I was being the obstacle. I was not letting that person learn the important life lessons that universe is trying to teach them. And the kind of punishments that I have gone through, the price that I have paid is unimaginable. So as I told you in the very beginning, the story of a father and his son and his own friend, Now universe, being the fathers of father, the ultimate father, set that person aside, that I will deal you with later. Now come here, Shelja, you come here first. And the cost that I have paid in order to, defend my own friend, and in order to alleviate the pain, in order to save that person from the pain, is immeasurable. Immeasurable. I lost so much of myself. I lost my mental health, my physical health, everything deteriorated just because I made this mistake of coming in between universe and a different human being. That's it. See, I have a very high degree of empathy, and I really do not want my people, the people that I am associated with, to suffer alone. But that incident taught me a lot. Like, I just cannot come in between any person and their own karma. No matter how much I love a person, no matter how much I love my friends, my family, but if they have some karmic lessons to learn, some spiritual lessons to learn, that there is nothing that I can do to save them from these lessons. And now these lessons can be extremely painful, but you have no choice. You, at any cost, mark my words, cannot come in between karma and a person, the universe or a person. This is the thing that you have to be very aware of. This is extremely dangerous. This is extremely dangerous. And the same thing applies vice versa as well. If I have done something bad, or if I have some karmic lessons to learn, then there is no person on this planet earth who can save me from the pain that I have to go through to learn that important lessons. Now I'm having this kind of awareness, but back then I was not having a single hint of this thing. I'm not propagating the idea of not standing by your loved ones, not standing by your family when they're in a bad situation, but there's a difference between standing with a person, to be there for a person, and to come literally in between that person and their karmic lessons. That is a very different thing. I do not know if it's making any sense to you. And a personal advice, thank God if you don't find my content relatable like that, because the things that I'm sharing here on this YouTube channel are completely out of my experience, and these were the type of experience that I do not wish on anybody. I do not even wish these experiences on my enemy. I simply don't. And the things that I'm sharing here right now may not be of that much use to a very few people, but if this type of content is helping a single person, that my job is done. I'm happy. Just because I have learned my lessons the hard way, the painful way, it doesn't mean that everybody has to do the same. One more thing, just because I'm sitting here in front of you and sharing my experiences and my lessons and my mistakes, it does not make me any wiser than you. It does not make me any intelligent than you. It simply reflects the fact that I have made more mistakes than you, and I have to be very accurate, made more severe mistakes than you, and I do not want any of you guys to go through the same pain. That's it. That's only motive of creating these type of videos. And to wrap up this video, I would like to thank a very nice friend of mine. Thank you so much, Chandra, for constantly poking me to create videos on my Shelja 2.0 YouTube channel as well. And I'm really grateful to have a friend like you. And yes guys, that's all I wanted to share here in this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share this type of content to any of your friends who it might help. And I'll catch you all in some another video. Till then, take care of yourself and take good care of your family, and bye bye.